Today we are playing Grim Dawn. Let's go. It's like one of the best RPGs out there. If you like Diablo, Path of Exile, those types of games. Dungeon Siege was a really cool old one. This is for you. This is the game for you for sure. So it's got a really dark and heavy feel to it. I'm not sure how to explain that better, but hopefully as we go you'll see. So in this playthrough we're going to follow a guide which I'll link in the description. And I've played this game before, but I've never actually paid attention to the story. This time I want to.
Captain Bourbon right away. He seems to have a plan for you now that we've spared your life.
What happened? How did I get here?
You were possessed, so we strung you up. Seems the spirit fled your body before your life ran out. I'd have left you to hang, but the captain had other plans. He sees some purpose in you, and I'm not going to argue.
Where can I find this captain then?
Up the road, in the courtyard. Don't make me regret cutting you down.
Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, I've played this game before. I wouldn't call myself an expert by any means, and it's also been a little bit of time. So I've never paid attention to the story though. And I want to this time because I have no idea what's going on other than this game is really fun to play.
You're not looking too bad for someone just come back from the brink of death. You were taken, possessed by the same creatures that have been reanimating these zombies here. Normally I'd have burned you with the rest to be safe, but we've lost too many people to the dead. I need someone expendable. Someone with nothing to lose but
Great, I'm
a
expendable.
lot to gain. Right now, you're that person. Prove your worth to me, and the survivors of Devil's Crossing may just welcome you.
What is it you want me to do?
The bodies of the dead are rising again in some horrible unlife. Corpses don't just get up and move around on their own. Something is reanimating our deceased with ethereal energy. We have observed the dead for some time, and they appear to be flooding Lower Crossing from the burial hill, just beyond town. I want you to go to the burial hill, find whatever is controlling these abominations, and destroy it.
Where can I find Burial
You will need
Hill?
to fight your way through Lower Crossing. Once you've crossed the stream on the far side of town, there will be a beaten path leading up to Burial Hill. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I'd be asking a lot of my people to welcome you with open arms too. Help us in our hour of need, and I will open Devil's Crossing to you.
I'll find what's reanimating those corpses. So, okay, so what, we're like 3 minutes into the game, and I've already learned a lot, and I've played this game before, but paying attention to the story, so it seems like we were possessed, and for whatever reason, the demon left our body before we died, and now we're no longer possessed. So is that like why we can open rift gates ourselves? That's actually really cool. Okay. Excuse me. So this particular character is going to be a necromancer arcanist. I did play this character a tiny bit before, but not much. I mean, maybe a couple hours. So it's something that I'm familiar with the beginning of here, but after, you know, we get into mid-game, late game, heck, even, you know, just a couple episodes in, I have no idea. So all I know is I just wanted to play it a little bit, see if it was fun. I had a blast, and now I'd like to continue. So it looks like we gained a level. We gotta find some weapons and stuff. So we're gonna go into Necromancer. And then we're going to have to put a few points in because I want to get Spectral Binding right away. And then basically once we get that, I'm going to rush up to get Ravenous Earth because I absolutely love that. So we're going to just drop these in here and we're going to go slap some things with a sword for a little bit. Hopefully find some better gear. But yeah, this is, I don't know, the depth of this game, the darkness, it's overbearing, it's dark and deep. it ropes you in. You know, there's some RPGs or ARPGs like you know, Diablo 3 is a really good example. Not saying Diablo 3 is not fun, but it doesn't draw you in the same way. You know, it doesn't feel this dark. It's more lighthearted. And now in Grim Dawn, you actually gain experience from reading these notes. So it says, I'm trapped here, I'll die. Margaret's already dead, probably. I'm not angry with you, Margaret. I've never regretted our life together. Oh man, that sucks. And that's why you should always be kind. All I can do now is choose the manner. Ah, see? Very dark. But we got a cool gun out of it, so, I mean, that's something, right? Can we equip a shield with the... Oh, nice. So these gray items right now I'm going to drop because they don't have any benefit to us. But now we got a gun and some padded breeches, which are way better than what we're wearing. So if you've ever played like a game like Path of Exile or whatnot, that's the best example I can think of for this, but they have a loot filter system. Usually you have to download one someone's already made unless you want to put a bunch of effort into one. But you can pick and choose which loot you see. Well, this has a really great system for that as well. You can actually get very customizable in here. And it's built right into the game. So for right now, we're not going to play with that really. But once we get a little further along, we'll stop ourselves from seeing the gray common items because we won't need them. Oh, leveled up again. Let's go dump some points. So we need to get up to, here we go, Spectral Binding. There we are. So let's go ahead and tie that. So actually, let's take a look at what it does exactly. So it reserves some energy. It adds Aether damage, health, and offensive ability. So just by toggling this, we should see our energy drop here. So we have 401 now, and we have 376 after. And this, oh, that's a cool effect actually. But yeah, so basically it increases our health and our Aether damage, which is pretty cool. All for the cost of a little energy, which we're not really even using right now. Tonic of Mending, that is a health potion. Another cool little tip is, I believe this is default key binding. When you're standing right next to items, you can actually tap A to pick them up so you don't have to click. Nice little time saver. I believe you might be able to hold it down too, if there's a pile. But we'll have to test that one out because I don't remember for certain. Let's check out if those pants we picked up are any good. 24, no. Oops. So right now we don't have access to the vendor. I don't believe. So there's no sense holding on to things that are going to sell for pennies. Like this gray equipment. Ooh, great sword. It's a food ration. See, this red bar is your health bar, right? That's pretty self-explanatory. We also have what's called Constitution in this game. So when you get damaged, if we take a little bit of damage here, you'll see that the food or the health bar will go down. And after we don't take damage for a little bit, the yellow overlay of it will go down and rapidly increase the health. So actually, if I let this guy just attack me for a little bit, you'll see. Okay, he does like nothing. Yeah, okay, we need more damage than that. But basically the yellow bar goes down a little bit and your red bar rapidly refills after you don't take damage for a little bit. And that's called your Constitution. So food rations will actually replenish your Constitution because this yellow bar drains a little bit each time it does that. And so eventually you'll run out of Constitution and you won't be able to heal that way. Another cool thing about this is that you can rotate the camera. Personally, I'm not that much of a fan of rotating the camera, but it's pretty cool to be able to. Harbor Master's log. So we're just going to take a quick look at this because I would like to get to know the lore a little better. A bunch of hogwash riling up the soft townsfolk. Okay, there wasn't really anything important in that note. So we'll move on. But there's a lot of like secrets and hidden things in this game. So you actually want to explore. It's not like some other RPGs where you don't really get rewarded for going off the beaten path. This one you do. There's cave entrances that don't even show up on your map. There's hidden treasures, all sorts of things. So you want to explore all over in here, and it's fun throughout the lower levels, the higher levels. So there's not really like a super huge rush to get to endgame or anything like that. I've actually never even been in endgame. I think my highest character I've ever played was like a 67-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. And I love this game, so I believe endgame is like level 80-ish in there somewhere. But I could be wrong. Like I said, I've never been. So you see my constitution, the yellow bar here, is actually down a little bit. So if we grab that food there, now it's all the way up. So we can do some more of that automatic healing. Which is a really nice mechanic, because you can also use a health potion for more instant stuff. Okay, let's take a look at these things. Journal of Inquisitor Creed. Oh, nice, we leveled. Let's read those journals first, though. So where was the first one? I'm currently en route to the village of Burwich in order to investigate a number of strange incidents that have been reported in this area. As dusk is drawing near and the swamps of this region are said to be hazardous to travel at night, I've reluctantly taken up lodging at a small, squalid tavern in Lower Crossing. Okay. I feel that something terrible will soon come to pass. You were right, my good sir. Packing to resume my journey to Burwich. My assistance was urgently requested. So basically, some animals died. Okay, so these notes, they don't really honestly seem to be worth reading for the most part. Oh yeah, and we leveled again. Let's go and allocate some of those points. So we already got Spectral Binding. Now we could start sinking points into here, and that will increase our damage, but we're doing alright damage and stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going for here. So we need to put 10 more points in before we can even spend a point on this one. Into the Necromancer. So we're just going to start dumping them there. As you can see, our health and our spirit, which is this game's version of like mana, increase with all those levels. But yeah, I mean, look how much damage we're doing. I'm not too worried about increasing it at the moment. The spell that we're trying to get, though, this Ravenous Earth, is a nice AoE spell. Whereas right now I'm just kind of single target. So that'll be a really nice thing to get. So I am going to hold on to the extra yellow pieces I'm finding, though, because they sell for a decent amount. And we're going to need gold, so when we do get access to the trader, that will be a nice thing to have to sell. And there's a house down here I just want to check out quick. Like I said, exploration is oftentimes rewarded in this game. So there's a body here with an axe on it. So what's this axe look like? So it's one-handed, and it's only 5 damage per second less. So in this instance, I'm going to keep the two-handed one. But if we were struggling with taking damage or something, I could swap to this and the shield to get a little more defense. But we're not struggling at the moment, so. But those greens will sell for a decent amount as well. As you can see, the green is rare, so it's pretty nice. And then also, when it comes to these points, you can put points in physique, cunning, and spirit. I'm just going to add as I need here pretty much for right now until I get a little bit better of an idea exactly what we're up to. Basically, we're just following the quest line and trying to level up as fast as possible. Now, there is other ways to level up. I'm not super familiar with them. It's been a while since I've played this game too much. But there's what's called the Crucible, which is sort of like a challenge arena. And that's a really good way to level. That would be kind of boring for a video's sake, though, because, you know, it's just a challenge arena. I'd much rather follow the quest line, learn a little bit more about the lore. Hey, there's a guy in here. We're all going to die out here. Calm down, where are you from? I was staying with a group of survivors down in Devil's Crossing, you know, the old prison. But supplies started running low. I volunteered to go scavenging around Lower Crossing, figured it was safe enough, but I was wrong. I got chased in here by a pack of ravenous rift scourges. Though I can't hear their maddening skittering anymore, I suppose I have you to thank for that? It doesn't matter though, the area is overrun with the dead. We won't make it 5 feet without getting surrounded. I suppose I could open a rift gate. A what? Isn't that what those things pour out? Well, sort of, but mine will take you home. Don't blame this game. I'm having a hard time believing that after what I've seen up in Burwich. But you don't seem to have the look of a taken about you. I suppose it's my only option. You could just tell him to screw off and find your own way home. Nah, see you back at Devil's Crossing. Cool. You get like XP for that or something? Should have paid attention to the XP bar. Okay, cool. So I think on the map here you can see this little red. That's a rift. So it's like a waypoint where you can teleport between them all. So we're gonna go grab that. Here we are. And I don't really need to go back yet, so we won't. But what I can do is find this cave that I'm looking for. Enter the cave under Burial Hill. So there's a cave somewhere here. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I assume that's the right cave anyway. These Aether Crystals seem to summon a bunch of enemies, but it seems like a lot, if not all of them, that it summons disappear when you destroy the crystal. So if you can, go straight for the crystal. I'm a genius. Man, I'm so powerful right now. It gets harder. And also, there's difficulty modes that you can switch between. So, like for instance, even though I'm in normal mode, I can toggle veteran mode on, which will increase the difficulty and give me an XP boost. Now I've opted not to start out that way, but that's something where if the game progresses a bit and we feel too powerful, we can turn that on for a little extra challenge and a little extra reward. So this must be the cave that it's talking about. Oh, we leveled up again. Let's clear these guys and then allocate our points. So we got 3 points to spend. We need Yep, that doesn't quite get us there. So 1 or 2 more levels, probably 2 more levels, will unlock that Ravenous Earth skill, which is one of my favorites I've played with. I also have a Whirling Blade guy, or Whirlwind, whatever it's called in this game, I can't remember. And that's got to be one of my favorite builds of all times. I really love, you know, spinning blades. So here's a boss. He's got the skulls on his name. Kaizog the Reanimator. I wonder if he's who's reanimating the corpses. I'm the world's greatest detective. I think if I just focus on him, it's probably the right way to go. Oh, we're taking a little too much damage. Okay, so see my health now? It's kind of low. If I run away for a sec, see how it quickly restores after I didn't take damage, but the yellow bar went down. That's what I was talking about earlier with the Constitution. He's almost dead. Yeah! Okay. Ooh, what's that? Grand Spoils. Oh, sweet. Okay, let's look at our loot here quick. So this isn't offhand. So here's my question. Right now we do 62 damage per second. If we switch to this with the offhand, it's 58. So it's -4. But our defensive ability is 225 compared to 225. So you know what? Never mind. I'll take the extra couple damage per second. Just clearing these guys out. Grab these Aether Crystals while we're at it. Okay. And the quest now says return to Captain John Bourbon. So we're going to do that after we finish clearing this cave out, but we might as well see what else is in here. And, yeah. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else with grabbing? Oh wait, there's a, what are these called? Shrines or something? Yeah, shrine. Oh man, a lot of these guys. So if I remember right, a shrine gives you like, depending on the type of shrine, it's either going to drop items, or I have to like sacrifice something. Yeah, offer a Aether Crystals for this, and it's going to drop some items. Nice. But then there's another type of shrine that I believe summons monsters. Cool. And we leveled up again? Nice. So, all 3 points to here. Next level, we'll be able to get Ravenous Earth. And we're going to open our personal rift gate and head back to Devil's Crossing and talk to Captain John Bourbon to complete this quest.
The dead attacks have slowed and their numbers are thinning. I take that as a sign that you've dealt with the source?
I've killed the
Reanimator was
Reanimator.
doing this? Disturbing. Thanks to your efforts, we may yet hold out here a little longer.
Didn't say anything about
I've
the
sent
creature.
word to the gate guard. Speak to him and he should let you in. Take some well-deserved time to rest and recover. Welcome to Devil's Crossing. I need some time to plan our strategy. In the meantime, there are others around Devil's Crossing who could use your help. Take a moment to mingle with your fellow survivors. Kasparov, our resident scientist, is really eager to speak with you. He babbled some nonsense, but I believe he wants to talk about your connection with the Ethereals. Barnabas, our handyman, said he needed help with our water pump. When you're done assisting them, speak with me in my office inside the prison.
Okay. I will speak to them. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for this episode, so we'll circle around and see you in episode 2 where we continue the quest. Thank you. Have a good day.